Hey everybody, Sebastian DeBerzer, Panoptic Bio. So why did we build the trial terminal and what is the trial terminal? So we built the trial terminal to help pharmaceutical companies and pharma investors to unleash AI in their workflows safely. So rather than going directly into the work of folks in pharma, within this trial terminal, which provides some security and privacy and other guardrails, AI can be tested on pharma. And so that's why we built the trial terminal. And what can you do in the trial terminal? So in the trial terminal right now, you can retrieve any existing clinical trial, that's phase 1, 2, or 3, and run analysis. So you can run our predictive AI models on it. We have probability of success prediction so that you can assess the outcome likelihoods of clinical trials before readout. We also have commercial agents that do analysis on the market size, the patent strength. We have regulatory agents that do analysis on the regulatory prospects and trajectory, and we also have agents that do analysis on the trial operation itself. So let's take a look in the trial terminal. So you can look at any registered clinical trial, United States, Europe, China, Asia, anywhere in the world. You can retrieve them here. You can just look for the drug or the sponsor indication. For example, let's say we're interested in the Chinese city of Guangzhou, great companies there. All right, so let's take a look at this Chinese company. So you're, a U.S. or European company. You're building for chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So that's a lung disorder, right? If I'm not mistaken, there's about 12 million or more than 10 million in the United States that have this. And so you're a U.S. company, you're building this, but there's a competitor in China. And you want to see how their clinical trial is doing. It's in phase 1, and what are the odds it will go to phase 2? So the first system we've built is a probability of success clinical trial outcome model for phase transition, POS. And we're using an ensemble method of AI models, from machine learning down to more complex molecular models, graph neural networks, and various other methods that we've been developing together on our data set, which includes over 500,000 clinical trials. And so let's do this analysis on this one. So for this phase transition probability of success, it looks like a 70% from our model, which actually is not too far in this case from the benchmark. Sometimes, our model will show a significantly higher, significantly lower. Often it will be around the benchmark. And then a final approval, which also takes into account the phase 2 and phase 3 benchmarks against our own phase 1 transition probability of success. So a $5 billion drug with a 25% final approval. That's a pretty serious competitor. You can see the confidence interval. You can see what drivers in the data contributed to this outcome. So this mostly came from the eligibility criteria in the protocol. Many other drivers were involved as well. And also the strength of the sponsor and the lead and the interactions between them. And we also explain our methodology in detail here. You can also do other things. You can do analysis on commercial regulatory. You can write a memo so that you can actually output this information and use it on an investment committee or an evaluation committee, whether you're in pharma or whether you're an investor. So take a look at our trial terminal, have fun with it, take a look at a trial that you're researching or trying to understand better, and do a cutting edge AI analysis in a safe way within our trial terminal.